with Pecco Bagnaia crashing out of the lead in Misano, Fabio Quartararo became the brand new MotoGP World Champion. He's the first French rider to do so. While it might seem like he did pretty comfortably as there are 2 races still to go, he had to overcome the adversity of losing the championship last year despite leading it for the first half of the season, and he still had a bike that comes up short when it comes to horsepower. He has now explained how he won the ultimate prize in MotoGP despite all this while addressing the media. I'm your host Dillon Shelley, and first up on Moto World, how Fabio Quartararo became the MotoGP World Champion. Quartararo began by explaining the emotions after winning the championship. First of all, I don't have my original voice. I cried a lot, screamed a lot, but it feels amazing because when I finished the race and crossed the finish line, I thought of all the tough moments I had in my career. He added how it hasn't completely sunk in yet. To be world champion in MotoGP is something that I never expected when I was in a bad situation a few years ago. Right now, I'm feeling like I'm in a dream and I still have not realized what is happening to me right now. Fabio did not enjoy much success in the lower classes before his move to MotoGP, and he pointed that out next. The first step was to win the Moto3 championship, but I didn't even pick up a race victory. Then I moved to Moto2 and I tried to take back confidence. The first year that was not achieved, but the second year, yes. We won 2 races. Okay, 1 race was taken off, but I know that I won that race. Still, I didn't expect to move up to MotoGP. He then explained the key factor in his success this year. I think the consistency that we had this year, I'm touching wood, but we finished all the races that we entered, scoring points every time. Even in Jerez, I scored 3 points with the arm pump problem. I think the consistency of 2021 is the same as 2019, but we are faster. This, I think, is the key to win the championship this year. He signed off by responding to the suggestions that he won the championship with the best bike on the grid. I don't know. I haven't tried the Honda, the Ducati, but what we can say is that looking at all the other Yamaha riders and their comments, then no, it's horsepower. With more horsepower, we can have the best bike of the paddock, but I think Yamaha know where they need to work. Right now, I can't say if it's the best. Fast feed. 9-time world champion Valentino Rossi has stated that it was the right choice to choose to have Quartararo in the factory team. But maybe it was not a very good choice to not have me there for last year, he joked. Anyway, Quartararo deserved the championship. He was always very fast and made no mistakes, so I think he deserved the championship, and I'm very happy for him and for Yamaha, he summed up. Pramac Johann Zarco feels that it would have been good for Ducati if Pecco Bagnaia had been able to delay the title decider, but the truth is that Fabio has been more consistent than Bagnaia. I'm very happy for him because we are almost 10 years apart, and it's good for France to have a MotoGP champion. That was the first thing I said to him after the race, he added. I am French, and I am happy to see Fabio as champion. I prefer that to seeing Marc Marquez win another title because it is something new and it is good for our country, he reiterated. Misano race winner Marc Marquez has explained that to win a race like a flag to flag or in wet conditions, okay, it's a victory, but the way he won following Pecco, who is really fast in this track, and in a right corner circuit and pushing for a lap record, it's something really nice. We won here in a really fast race. The way that we were able to manage the race was really good. It's true that Pecco was faster than us, and in the lap that I gave up, because he was pushing a lot, was when he crashed, he added. All weekend was in wet conditions. This gave me the chance to have the first Sunday where I arrived to the race fresh to ride with energy. When I woke up, I said, okay, I feel the arm is there. I have power, he divulged. His teammate, Pol Espargaro, who scored his first podium with Honda, stated that he didn't give up and he was pushing so much the whole year, working harder and harder to try to get something else from it. Finally, talking about me, about my ego, it's nice to be here as my best result ever in MotoGP with a Honda feels so good, but especially for the entire Honda manufacturer because these guys have struggled so much with the COVID time, he added. It's a bubble of oxygen for everyone and is going to help us work for next year and to try make this happen more often, he summed up. Avintia's Enea Bastianini, who took the final podium spot, explained that this podium gave him a strange feeling because in qualifying before the race, he thought it was impossible to have the same performance as in the first race here. But I pushed in the last part of the race and my pace was very good, as it had been in the previous race at Misano. It was incredible. Then I got 4th place when Pecco Bagnaia crashed, and at the end, I saw that I was really close to Fabio. I pushed the pace over the limit. The last lap was spectacular for me, he concluded. Did Fabio Quartararo have the strongest bike on the grid? Head over to my community page to vote in the poll and let me know what you think in the comments. And if you liked this video, feel free to subscribe and check out my others for all the latest in the world of MotoGP.